New York Beauty XOXO back again. I just woke up and got out of the shower. This is a video about the foods I eat and the diet that I have to keep my blood sugar levels stable so I don't gain weight and be unhealthy. I don't want to go on medicine, and until I receive my healing from my Savior Jesus, hallelujah, I'll always keep this diet, I think, but I might indulge around the holidays here and there, like the average person would, when I get there, but right now I'm not there yet. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you the foods I eat. I try to keep a strict diet and eating plan. So I'll go over that right away. I got an itchy face. Okay, first off, I'll show you actually. It's breakfast time. My hair's still wet, and I'm actually having it right now. I'll show you. Looks like a chunky drink. It looks disgusting. It looks like it's chocolate. It's got like a hint of chocolate and cinnamon, the flavoring. I put 4 ice cubes, 2 heaping spoonfuls of this water, which I use special water, and a banana, full banana. I used to put peanut butter, but it was making me gain weight, so I stopped the peanut butter and I lost the weight right away. So I know to stay away from the peanut butter. And also I was putting almond milk, and I just didn't need those extra calories because I like to save that for coffee. So yeah. So anyway, this is my breakfast, and I will show you actually what this is. It's a local health food store in my area. It's called Fountain. I really don't even want to promote it too much because unless you're in New York, I don't think you can get this. But I know in California, I'm sure, and like major cities, I'm sure these type of products are like huge. This is called Super Factor. It's got all vitamins in it, energy detox, lifestyle. It's organic, vegan, gluten-free. If you read the back, I don't know if anybody wants to screenshot that or anything. These are the ingredients in it. I mean, it does have a little bit of natural sugar in it, but this is a meal replacement for me. I have it breakfast time and I run after kids. I mean, granted, I'm off right now, but for the most part, I run after kids or I waitress when I'm using this. So, you know, this is really helpful. And it says it has 3 grams of sugar in 2 scoops, and that's what I put in here. So I know I'm only getting 3 grams of sugar in my breakfast, in addition to the banana. So, I mean, that's pretty good. It's a Super Factor, and it's from a store called Fountain. If you're ever in the New York area, they have locations everywhere. They're trying to franchise, actually. I spoke to the owner. And when I open this, I store it in here. As you can see, this is the scooper. You put 2 of those in there, and I'm almost done. This is my second. I buy these in bulk because it's cheaper. This is super expensive. And then I put it in here. Also, because I purchased so much, they gave me a free, if you're on the go, you can fill it up and then just dump it in your water. So I thought that was really cute that they included that. Another thing that I purchased from this store called Fountain, is I bought a water bottle. You can see it's pH Fountain. Because they're all about getting your pH levels in your body and becoming alkaline. If their motto is, if your body is alkaline, nothing can live in your body, including acne to cancer. So you have to drink water, which there's bottles, glass bottles. They say to keep your water in a bottle instead of plastic, but this is just a quick on the go. This is called Green Factor. It's just greens in a powder form. It's got a berry, like a Gatorade type of flavor to it, and you put 2 scoops in here with their water, which is 5 times filtered, and you just mix it up in this, and then you take it on the go. Their theory behind their water is it's completely alkaline, so it'll keep your pH levels high. And I did buy strips that you put on your tongue to, I don't have it in this video, it's over in my bathroom, to check your pH levels. And I gotta say, after I drink this or this, I check it and it is optimum level. And if I just have coffee and, you know, maybe something that I shouldn't, the level is down. So it's actually, you know, pretty legit. Another thing that I do, I don't really eat much meat, and if I do, it's turkey burgers or grilled chicken or salmon. So I have these, you know, roasted salted nuts. I know salt probably isn't that great for you. And it is made with oil, which I try to do the raw ones, but I just hate the flavor. So I eat these or cashews. I got this from CVS in a big quantity. You have to kind of like try not to indulge too much because they are kind of fattening. But if this is the worst you're doing in your body, I say have some nuts. I mean, it's not like you're eating a piece of cheesecake. Come on, you know? So nuts. I have to put this back in the fridge. This is vacuum sealed salmon pieces. And this I'll typically, I'll heat this up just with like a little spice on top. And I'll make a green salad just with a drizzle of olive oil or the Good Seasons dressing. And yeah, I eat a lot of sauteed vegetables as a meal. For breakfast, I'll have that shake. For lunch, I'll usually have some nuts and either salad or vegetables. And for a snack, this is my absolute favorite thing. These are plantain chips. I get this at Whole Foods. They are amazing. And I also get these in the grocery store. Top banana. These are prepackaged, so I like these because I'll be like, okay, Michelle, you can only have one a day. You need to calm down because, you know, I like chips and I can't eat chips. So this is kind of like in between a tortilla chip and a potato chip. So I really like these. And I could eat this whole thing in one sitting, which I know I can't. So I started buying these. I like the flavor of these better. They're a little thicker and they taste more, I guess, homemade than these that are obviously prepackaged. I mean, they say no GMOs and preservatives, but who the heck knows because it is prepackaged. But these are delicious. And this is my favorite snack of all time. One other thing I found at Whole Foods, which I absolutely love, they're called coconut bars. It's kind of like a Mounds bar, but it is organic. It's no GMOs. It's sweetened with coconut nectar. It says no cane sugar, gluten-free, dairy-free, non-GMO. Well, how do you make chocolate without dairy? Well, it's made with agave, which is like a natural sweetener, and cocoa powder. So there's no milk products in this. I read the package of this, and this company, Leslie's Organics from California, it said that they inspired this from their parent or parents that had diabetes, and you know, they were depressed around, like, you know, the holidays and when people had dessert and they can't have anything. And believe me, I know what that's like. The holidays are brutal for me, especially in the fall when everything pumpkin comes around, and I love pumpkin everything. It is really hard for me to stay on this eating plan, but knowing that I can have this, like my mom will actually buy these for me and say Thanksgiving, everyone's having pumpkin pie, she'll take this out for me and I'll eat this with maybe like a little bit of fruit, you know, and these are, you know, a real blessing to have. I eat half or a full one because they're super expensive. These are like almost $4 a bar where I live. And, you know, they're well worth it. You know, you can have a candy bar and not gain weight, no guilt, no nothing. You know, it's the same with the plantain chips. You know, if you stick to the small bag, you know, it's like eating potato chips without the guilt. And honestly, like, you know you're not going to gain weight. You know you're going to look good in your clothes. And you also eat something that tastes good. Why not? Why not stay in a healthy eating plan? I enjoy it. And it makes my body feel great. I have tons of energy. I work 2 jobs that are physical jobs, running after children and then waitressing at night. Granted, I haven't waitressed in a while because my restaurant closed up, but I'm looking to get that second job. And, you know, having this food that gives you energy, you can get through like a 16-hour day. You really need that. And eating McDonald's is it's not gonna fly. Another thing I do is I try to limit my coffee because coffee is acidic. You know, it's hard. I'll never have more than 1 cup a day, but I try to go a couple days. Like if I'm off on Saturday and Sunday, I won't have coffee. I only have it like Monday through Friday when I have to be at work so early. But I have the Tazo teas. These are the ones you get at Starbucks. This is the Passion and this is the Zen. This I feel like is more detoxing. When I drink this, I have to go to the bathroom a lot, which is great. I feel like it gets all the water out. This is just more fruity and floral and fragrant, and I really like this too. I actually made myself one. It's over ice, so it's cooling because I brewed it and then I put ice in it, so it's still a little warm. So I'm letting that cool down. So I made myself one of these at home this morning, and when I'm done with my drink, I'll have that. So yeah. You know, this is what I have to stay on right now, and you know, I feel great. I have tons of energy. I've lost some weight, and I'm basically more than anything maintaining the weight that I have, because what I did was I bought small clothing. I bought, junior sizes, which are cut a little bit, more narrow and teenier than, Mrs. sizes, with which my age I would be a Mrs. But I want to know that when my clothes get a little tight, I will, cut back my portions, or maybe just eat vegetables the whole next day and not eat the chips, um, or not have a turkey burger and just have like greens the whole next day, in order to maintain. And oh, of course, exercising too. When I get home from Monday through Friday, it's really hard to work out because I am exhausted. I'm out of the house for 12 hours a day, and then I have to come home and actually, take care of a husband and a family, well, not a family of dogs. But yeah, housework and cleaning, like big girl problems, and you know, getting on the treadmill like I used to when I was a teenager. My mom did all that, and I could just come and go as I please. It's harder, so I try to exercise as much as I can, and definitely on the weekend when I'm off in the morning time. But I know that they say that exercise is only a small percentage, believe it or not, but what you put in your body is the majority of how your weight is going to fluctuate, which I've actually seen that, because I have a hard time getting to the gym and exercising, but I can keep this eating plan 7 days a week, and it's worked for me. I may not be as toned or as strong and or as muscular as I should be, but I know that I'm healthy, and I know that I fit in my clothes. So hey, holler. So I hope this was helpful to someone. Another rule of thumb: when I first got my blood sugar levels. Oh, by the way, when I went to the doctor, he said my blood sugar levels were 3 times higher than the average person. So he said, you have to maintain a very, disciplined eating plan in order not to be on medication. He first put me on medication just to get my levels down, and then he said, once you start eating properly, he said, it'll go down naturally, and then you can just follow this. But he said, you're never going to be a model. And if anybody else that had normal blood sugar levels was on this diet, they may be a size 4. He said, you're probably not going to get there, and don't have high expectations. But if you're going to be average, that's good enough. You don't want to be obese, So, it's a lot of discipline for just being average, which some people are like, oh, why bother? Eat the donut. You don't look like, a model. Why bother? But you know what? It's my health, and that's the biggest concern to me. So yeah, and being average is fine. I mean, my husband has no problem with the way I look, and not everyone likes skinny. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. And another thing, the doctor did mention to me, and I live in New York, so I have access to great doctors. He said that if you're one of those people that gains weight extremely easy, but seriously, you have to be honest with yourself. You don't eat crap. If you eat crap and you gain weight, that's one thing. But if you have to really be honest with yourself, and you have to say, am I one of those people that lives this type of lifestyle and still gains weight? And then you might have high blood sugar and not even know it. He asked me a couple of questions when I first got in the office and said, have you struggled with that your whole life? Are you constantly thirsty? Do you get up to urinate a lot in the middle of the night? And those are all, are you hungry throughout the day when you really shouldn't be? You just ate. Those are all symptoms of high blood sugar. So if you have any of those, chances are that you may have high blood sugar. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to shoot yourself up with insulin. You could possibly just maybe need to go on a pill until you get it maintained, or, and then do it with diet and exercise. I'm not one of those people that takes medicine right away. I don't believe in that. I think that's a lie. But that's the pharmaceutical companies and the doctors trying to make money off you. But you have to really be honest, and you have to be honest with yourself and say, am I eating the right way? Because I know sometimes I'll overindulge on those chips, or I'll take maybe a tiny bite, maybe half a teaspoon of ice cream here and there. And, I have to, be honest and say, hey, listen, you did screw up. You can't do that anymore, and take responsibility for what you put in your body. So I hope this was helpful, and, get those blood sugar levels checked if you need to. So this is New York Beauty XOXO. Till next time, see you later.